Well, welcome back to If These Old Beasts Could Talk, and I'm a man of my word. I'm doing the 3 cent piece video. So, the 3 cent piece was a weird denomination by all means. It was made to, well, it was first made in 1851, I believe, and has really had really two purposes. This is not a 3 cent though. This is a nickel. We'll get into why that's important later. Anyway, these coins were made for two reasons. One was because a certain type of postage stamp cost, well, 3 cents, so it was an interesting coin, and it was good for that purpose. And B, we had a little bit of a problem. We had this little thing called the California Gold Rush, and so they were bringing in so much gold that gold became worth slightly, well, not even slightly, quite a bit more than silver. And so people would buy gold, have gold, use it to buy silver, melt that silver, and then sell that silver for more gold, and then get a lot of gold for the silver that they got. This was a problem. People were melting a lot of the coins. So what was first proposed was this 3 cent piece. This is the 1850s, 1850 style. Well, I think it's 1850 through 1850. Well, 1851 through 1852. It's 51 through 53. And this is made out of silver. Now, the interesting thing is it's only made out of 75% silver. And the story of how I got this is actually about as interesting as the coin itself. My grandfather was actually working on his house, and a lock was broken. He took the lock off the wall, and this actually fell out. This was placed in his house, which was built in 1847. And he still, he gave it to me because I collect coins. And it's a very nice coin, I have to say. So the thing about these, compared to normal US coins, it does not show. It actually looks relatively normal. But these are actually made out of 75% silver instead of the regular 90%. This was their attempt to curve that sort of want to melt down all the silver coins by adding extra copper. Unfortunately, it didn't work very well, so they ended up making these out of 90% at the mint because, not having them made out of 90% was just an extra process if it wasn't really going to stop the melting. And it got so bad that there ended up needing to be a replacement in the 1860s. Well, these continued to be minted alongside these types. These were started becoming significantly less common. And yes, they kind of fell out of fashion in the 1860s and 1870s. Well, these were made until the 1880s. The United States' first nickel coin was the 3 cent piece. They in 1865 made these instead of the silver ones. Now, these are notorious for. Sorry about that. These are notorious for actually causing the mint problems. In some cases, there can be I'm sorry, I can't get that close. But in some cases, there can be damaged surfaces. There's usually a lot of die cracks. This one doesn't have many die cracks. But yeah, these things, nice little Liberty head, and then a wreath in the back with the Roman numeral 3 in it. These nickel 3 cents were our first nickel coin ever made. The second nickel coin, minted only 1 year later, was the replacement to the half dime. And it was the first iteration of the modern nickel. This is not the first iteration. The first iteration had rays along with these stars. This one only has the stars, but this is a shield nickel. These were the first 5-cent coins we made out of nickel. And yeah, these two, the nickel 5 cents, were also notorious for breaking mint dies and causing problems. They were hard to strike, and they were also kind of taboo at the time because making coins out of nickel, we were still in that sort of relative area where you made coins out of copper, silver, and gold, and you were cool if you did that. Now, there were other countries experimenting with things. If you want to see an interesting coin that's made out of neither of those metals nor even nickel, look up Russian 3, 6, and 12 ruble coins. The 3 rubles are actually more affordable than the other ones. The other ones being like tens of thousands of dollars, but the 3 rubles is only like 3,000 if you're in that, like, if you're into that game. I know personally I'm not. I don't have that much money I'm willing to just spend. But yeah, you can get Russian silver. No, 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 not Russian silver. I scratched that. Russian platinum 3 rubles. Those were hated and weren't used for very long. But yeah, they do exist if you want to see an interesting iteration of a coin that was made not out of that. But anyway, that's been about the 3 cents. And then I don't have the exact date, but I believe sometime in the 1880s or early 1890s, they got rid of these because they just weren't that helpful in terms of transactions. After the invention of, after 1864, the not heavy as hell brass Indian head cent, the copper Indian head cent, people were just like, well, that's just small. 3 of those is fine. And that was really the case with the small cent in general. This was really helpful during the beginning, the silver 3 cent, because it was quite small and was a replacement for 3 large cents. So everybody liked those in the beginning. But as time wore on, these became a little bit less useful. Have a flat edge. They're actually quite thin. All right. Anyway, that about does it for the video. I mean, personally, it's really kind of interesting. The U.S. made all sorts of weird denominations. And actually, to go along with the 3 cent, the U.S. also made a gold $3 piece. Those are like $400-500 a piece. I don't own one personally, but I know that there are places around where you can get them. I'd say the first bet is always check with your local coin dealer, if not eBay. But eBay can sometimes be a war, and the coins can sometimes be cleaned or in like less than condition described in photographs. It happens all the time, and it's kind of painful. Gotten several expensive cleaned coins before because of this, and I still can't stop being a sucker about it. Anyway, that about does it for the 3 cent coin video. Well, catch you later.